You've spent 20 years building something, and someone who's been in business for 3 years is beating you online. Not because they're better, because they're more visible. But the way customers find and choose a business has changed. Let me show you what that means with 8 stages. My name is Jennifer Sargent, and I'm the founder of Digital Sargent, an omni-channel marketing agency, and I have been doing digital marketing since MySpace has been around. So I've seen things change over the years, but the last couple of years has been the biggest shift I've seen. So let's talk about stage 1, the journey. This is typically where the problem hits. Here's what a customer journey usually looks like. The transmission slips on a car they just bought, life falls apart and they need a lawyer they can trust. The yard that was meant to be done before summer still isn't. Your future customer isn't browsing, they're stressed and they need a solution. And that is your window. Which brings me to stage 2. They search for a fix. And here's where it gets interesting. Oftentimes they don't type your name, they don't even type your trade, they type the problem. Why is my car shaking after service? What are my rights after a car accident? How much does it cost to redo a backyard? If your website, your Google profile, social media pages speaks to the problem, you show up. If it doesn't, somebody else does. And even if they're half as good as you. Which brings me to stage 3, you show up as the answer. Your content, your Google listing, your videos, they either answer the question your customer just asked or they don't. What to do in the first 24 hours after a car accident gets them there. And then your 30 years of reputation closes the deal. And then that brings us to stage 4, they vet you. If you've been around for 20 years, your existing customer already trusts you completely. But a stranger, someone new to the area, someone whose neighbor moved away and can't ask for a recommendation, they go online. They look for reviews, they look for a photo, a video, something that tells them you're real and you're good. If the last review you got was 3 years ago, or if your website looks like it hasn't been touched in a decade, they move on. Not because you're not good enough, but because online, you don't look it. Your reputation deserves to exist where people are actually looking. Which brings us to stage 5, they reach out. And this is your moment. Not to sell, you've already sold. This is where you make them feel like they made the best decision they've ever made. Pick up the phone fast, reply like they matter, make the first interaction so easy and so warm that they're already telling somebody about you before you've even done the work. Which brings us to stage 6, you solve the problem. This is where you've always been exceptional. Do what you've always done, great work, done properly. The wow moment isn't a gimmick, it's just delivering what you promised better than they expected. You've been doing this for years. That part isn't the issue. Which brings us to stage 7, relief becomes loyalty. They may not remember your logo, but they will remember the feeling of having their problem gone. And they associate that feeling with your name. And that's brand equity, and you've been building it for decades. And finally, stage 8, someone they know has the same problem. And they say, I know exactly who to call. That referral walks in already trusting you. They don't need convincing, the trust was already transferred. That's the power of a legacy reputation and the most valuable thing in your business. Think about the last time you need to hire somebody. You went through every single one of those 8 stages, and so are you with me. You found this video somehow, you've been watching long enough to get here, and you're already a few stages in. So if you're wondering whether I know what I'm talking about, the video is at stage 3. Go check the reviews, have a look at the work, and see if what you find matches what I've been saying. That's exactly what I tell your customers to do.